Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. It's Wednesday, so we're back on this journey. Well, not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. For Hobbit. I'm swapping over Wednesday, the Monster Hunter stream that was going to happen today. I swapped that over, so gonna have a little bit of a weird thing, but we're doing it's only today, and then we'll figure something out on Wednesday stuff tomorrow. Anyway, we finished up Turnabout. The captive Turnabout. We're now on Turnabout Legacy. Let us go. I don't know how. So we'll see how long this is because that one took a while. Not a kick. Shall we make it? Shall we make the day, kid?
And Judy's Bake and Bow.
Macarons, waffles with cream, chaperone cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. What? Over there. There, the oven's got something special to share. Ping. Now let's see what we've got for you. Did I just? It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? Did I just start a thing with cooking? Yeah. Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Oh, it's a flashback case. April 2nd, 10:05 a.m. Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seems like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign and stuff together. I'm leaving. Oh, chill, big guy. I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last kiss? Of course. Conkarma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? I was also present at the trial all those years ago. Although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Well, that makes explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something else, see? There's something... Yeah, that's something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The building was covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. Things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. That was back before your truly was a fine figure of an attorney before you see before today. Today, sorry. 18 years ago. Oh, okay. December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center. Visitors room. Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink on the So the ink on the arrest paper and the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve! What's the word coming to? Ah. In the dark of the night and the end of the day, I saw two heavenly saviors that come my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we'll be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! Even the guards didn't get in. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm so happy to see you both. Thank you so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it? I am Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. At your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Please to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. I'm now at work. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully-fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I was hoping he'd be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my client from wrongful convictions. The first thing to do is establish whether or not that he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Tangoria. Tangora. What? It really is you! Samson Tangora! The world's greatest competitor! I think I got that wrong. You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow! Thanks, Samson! I will! I can't believe I'm meeting you in person! It seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E! It's the Samson Tangora! Gloria! The singing, dancing competitor making sensation! What should I make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, chevron cakes that are light as a dream. Life and sing, smell it's true. All the sweetness waiting for you. Look there. What? Where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now let's see what we've got for you. I almost started dancing along. No way, I got to sing with Samson Tangora. This is a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course, I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? So you're not just a competitor, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making the certs. Wouldn't be much of a competitor if I didn't. I live by making sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey! They're not just things, they're works of art! Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations! The stuff that dreams are made of! He aims to create joys and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion? It did. You're holding an international confederatory contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Inside one of your... No way! detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it. And now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. Alright. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. What can you tell us about the victim? His name is Arlie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful competitor. His creations were a thing of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Is it Tangora? Gloria? There's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. Didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright. I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise. It's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Guardian. Goodbye, Ellie. I'll be counting on you both. December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. Ooh, it's pretty cool out there, huh, Mr. E? And there was also much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be lighting up anytime soon. But just look at this place! What a sweet house Samson's got! It's huge! Yes, big enough to hold an international culinary contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone! Come on in, we'll have some fun! Oh no! Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Ashworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Annie Fender, Miss Ashworth's assistant. Miss Ashworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here. I was Hangoria's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Bound! Judy Bound! You know a little something of my work? A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get! I'm Big and Bob's Big fan! It's very kind of you to say, so we'll be nothing but our fans. And what might Big and Bob be? If only the biggest show on TV, every kid on the pond loves it! Damn it, you know Sam and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check this, check it out. What should we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy gorge cream, tiramisu. Everyone come along. Baking treats with a smile and song. There, ooh, where, who? There, it's true. The oven's got something special for you. You can just take a bite and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Alright, here. Ah, this is Celeon, correct? It's delicious. The citrus rope is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? Oh, what? Saucer's cold. Yes, it's so the tea cools down more quickly. I'm afraid summer guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique too. The sign is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Haiku. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Bring on. These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show where she's passionate about something. Like when she's passionate about something. You know, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason why we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Right, of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim? Is it true the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangora's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big coming from Simeon's room. Simeon, are you in there? Ah! I opened the door and went inside and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Pick up it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Ballard, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Ettriff, Mr. Fender, you have to see Samson. He's a murderer. He can never do something like that. Of course. Stay with us, Miss Spoon. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. Reed. September 24th, contest venue, Tangoria's room. Tanagora room, sorry, Tanagora. No way, everything in this room's made of chocolate. I can't believe I'm getting to see so many since creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that, just a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it's pretty chill. Huh? Achoo! The Fanson scene already? That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Ettriff. I'm representing Miss Tanora. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyron Bad. The detective in charge is named Bob. I'm on a few words. Something about this just doesn't taste right. You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally. I'm afraid it helps him to digest and remember. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'll be the first to admit that's easier said than done. Alright, with introductions out of the way, Detective Bat, would you mind if we join you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Ettriff is Mr. Tangora's attorney. Yeah, attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. even put words in the clan's mouth. Think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid. Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crimes, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same curiosity. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? And you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You're about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene. I am? Fine. Knock yourself out. Thank you, detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That's a lollipop. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. You better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E! Let's get this over with. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already. But everything else is just how we found it. Here's the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bowen found it. Thompson, are you in here? Ah! Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. I knew we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. It's like a seal. It looks like a seal of some kind. Somebody's initials and the intricate shape carved into it. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belongs to the victim? No idea. But it's gonna get logged anyway, so I'll take that. It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Sangria for you. Didn't you want to take a big bite of it? Which part to buy first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Like any part of a kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey! It was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie would keep us cool and a little better. One of the stands for the ship broke. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? He was. This became an accidental death and not a murder. Are you serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing the possibility. I was being serious, though. Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here somewhere. You can see for yourself. Death from blunt force trauma. Oh. What about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not known for sharing much, I see. Do you mind if we borrow this? Looks good on my nose. Not like it's official. Baron took it with an instant camera when she found the body. Instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it tells the picture right there and then when you take it then. Wait, sounds pretty convenient. Well then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I need to call my power to deduction to figure out why. Alright, let's move on. Let's attempt the logic. Also, let's keep an eye out. This is a fine selection of natural paraphernalia. One of them could be the murder weapon. No, they're all made out of chocolate. You have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. Tsk. Can't tell what's real in here. You do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. True testament to Mr. Tangora's skills. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Baum running. Yeah, said the ship had already kneeled over by the time she got here. But why did the stand collapse? Because of the break. Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. That really have been the cause? There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. She said, and is it the same time as the one Miss Bounds served us with earlier? I think Simeon could have been drinking tea out of that. Right. The pot and cup were those of Prince, and his were the only ones we found. Was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else has been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. Mr. Temporose were wearing gloves while he was working on his confederacies. That was when my prints were only found on the teapot and cup. A well-cooked kitchen, and as one might expect. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's much to be found in the way of clues. Nothing of interest in the fridge either. We checked. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was taking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water circulates back to the ruins. Unusual to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks. They're all crazy. I was looking over here, officer. Nothing of interest in the cupboard, or... Yes, sir! So, there is? Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. Heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Definitely odd, am I right? No. So, do you have something on? Oh, no. I get a straight answer of anybody. Why don't you just ask a strict question? And you are? Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Ricker Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm assistant Eddie Fender. Let's see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a competitor, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? The art of Aaron Sugar. No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon, a noble soaring creature of the skies. That's a dragon? Those look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it, my design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Shangfa when this is all over. I need to train hard. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sets for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Cousteau? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. The detective wanted to know more about one of the places in here. Makes sense, since he is a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. What if I go on check then? Let's try this. If it fails, we'll reload. No. Actually, that's this investigation. We get half it back anyway, don't we? No, we can keep going. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. That's so cool. It's like watching Soul Master do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why we're red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way the Confederators is a lonely one. You'll never stop learning until you die. The way all of the competitors sound like a long one. And two, he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, labor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Sangoria's idea. It's about art. Confederia art. That's art. Confederia as art? Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tanagora is a genius, a once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair, he has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confection himself, you can't win. Oh no, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively? And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tanagora's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of rules I was given out to contestants. Oh. Judge. It's a quick title. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tanagora's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decorations. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Sorry, I didn't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangara began making the rounds right after then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creation was the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scorn's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with cream. Some kind of dreamscape. And last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculpture this time. Or so I heard. bound to the body while Tagore it was still making the rounds. He panicked, ran to call the cops. Pangoria went right on judging, but he didn't know a thing about it until afterwards. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even thought the guy was nowhere to be seen. Very suspicious behavior in that one spoke. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. Let me take the bad. What were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall there, the one in the frame. Seems like something was off. Probably better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozo showed up and pulled me away from my fine board work. Perhaps we can take a close look at it together. Can't take a hit, can you? Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course! Combenry is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm gonna...
Eureka!
Oh. Все объединяем... Excellent. Alright. Think here? It was here.
Eureka!
Oh! Okay. Let's actually get the points back. We'll just speed through. Alright. Oh wait. Maybe we need to do something later.
Eureka!
Yeah, let's... Let's go back of it. Alright. Technically, I can just pay for this. Alright. Alright. A candelabra made of chocolate. There's a title here, The Light of Life. Now, this particular light seems to be missing one of those light-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be... Looks like a fire alarm. Yeah, before you start prawling it, it's not made of chocolate. Push it and bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. A whole bunch of hassle. So don't. I know you want to, but don't. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Typical attorney. What does being an attorney have to do with anything? Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate though? It looks a little too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye, I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. Ultimate cookbook? In other words, the grand prize. Huh. What? It's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply framed in stone. Tangora, so that's when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time. I mean, you see it too, right? The frame? Something's missing. Ah, the oddly Detective Bab was going to ask the question about earlier. Yes. Right, Detective, something is missing from this frame. It's not just me. Huh? What's missing?
Take that!
Look at the second of work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the outside. That's not like Tangoria. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right! The candle holder, the nauseous stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Or did Tangoria just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? Never do that to his own creation, never! Does this have some deeper meaning for the case? Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know who's yet. So I haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger remarks about prints. It could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, right? Alright. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it is, Walker loves. Aw, where's your sense of romance or adventure? There doesn't tend to be much of either of the crime scene, Eddie. Ah, that's right! Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't you warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when you finally got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why do they have heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! It was here this whole time! There's one in each of the contest rooms. Gloria hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of her works. What do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confetti from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here! No wonder it's cold. I'm cold, sorry. Hey, Death About, you, mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene. It's a foundation of detectives' work. But I'm not a detective. The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. You must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's part of your training. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperature by heart, Guess it is your job. At the very least, I know. Any real competitor should be able to tell you that more. Alright. What about lollipops and cream? It's not too hot or too humid. A lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Didn't do it. I think Baz kind of brightened up when was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. Let's check it out. It's a journal. Belonged to the captain of the chocolate ship. Also made out of chocolate. Diary of Despair. That's some title. Come, Harkin. See how we crossed the sea. Unrolled the red tide to misery. What? A jolting rhyme for such a tragic sounding tale. These controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature and lighting. Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range. Temperature set to 59 degrees. Light color set to white. The pieces in here are made of chocolate, that's why. White lighting makes them look better. President Gloria must see the room itself as part of his careful crafted creation. So there's something? There's definitely something here. The rules, maybe?
Eureka!
Nope.
Eureka!
Huh. Oh. Never mind. All of Mr. Tanqueray's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. You think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Anyway, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in a mystery person's tempering spree. When it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would remain closed otherwise. Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PE. PE, sorry, PE. I suppose that must be Paul. Means pottery mark. Those are his initials after all. Miss Bound says she was a big fan of his work. His initials, huh? If I made it, it would say EF. Perhaps you should practice by saying your personal belongings first. Yes, what a gorgeous design. Really? Just seems a bit out of there for me. Like, how do you even get your tea in there? Art isn't about function, Eddie. It's about form. Guess I'll have to take your word for it, Mr. E. This art stuff's way beyond me. It's the same. This is a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously. Here, Mr. E. I'm taking notes and everything. You are? What kind of notes? It's about how all this delicious stuff is made. Can't wait to try it for myself. I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Yes, Mr. Jasper. Picture's not made of chocolate. It's the cover of the book, The Ultimate Cookbook. The Ultimate Cookbook. Then where's the grand prize? Yes, and framed in chocolate. And Corey showed it to us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. This is part. Let me try. Let me try this with this.
Eureka!
Nope. Motherfucker!
Eureka! Eureka!
Okay, no. Hmm.
Eureka!
It was a little spot that I kept going over. I kept missing. It was too much to the left, too much to the right, too much above, too much below. I was just missing this one spot. You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that and a piece of cloth. It was wrapped in. Huh. Then there's something here. Then something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Yeah. Take a... Take a look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioned they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What's the mystery? Did you find something? Sorry, what did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, a solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. Yet, that part of the chest is now gone. The part with the blood over it. The blood over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensic. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Could be. Well, actually, for a lot. Right. Alright. I think we're about done here for now. Okay. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Angara did it. And no two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place, locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them are from the outside. It's with this key. See. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? An Aura. And that's the only one. There aren't any copies. The magic key? Angora could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. And Mr. Tangora's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope. is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Wait, I just realized this is a pause moment. Was this one that got remixed? No, okay. Oh, it's literal. The door had been locked when the body was found. Tangaria would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed the lid of the treasure chests so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judge Gene's penny stopped. He made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. One thing he didn't plan on was Bone finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? You also believe it was Mr. Tangaria who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how sweet clean someone might be, a suspicion is still suspect. A suspect is still a suspect. Whoops. Reading. Will you understand your reasoning, detective? Now, would you mind if I appear a little critical thinking on my own? Do your worst. Just as the detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of it that highlights the contradiction in his claim. Okay. Alright, this is great. Look, obviously, Freaking Mouse just doing their own thing, but what's the code? Tyrion bots argument. Oh, okay. They're...
Hold it!
That's hardly solid grounds on which you to base your suspicions on Mr. Tangaria, detective. And that's hardly solid grounds to start sharing an objection like the right, Mr. Attorney. Maybe quit interrupting and let me finish.
Hold it!
Why would he deliberately not lock his door? Sorry, why would he do that? Because if he locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it since he has the only key. But maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked, and somebody just happened to find a body inside. Come on, kid. You'll never make the thinking like that. I don't want to be a detective. I want to be an attorney. I'll be grateful if you stop trying to steal my apprentice. Look, there's a reason why Tangaria left this door unlocked.
Hold it!
So you're saying Mr. Tangaria himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open? Yep, if you hadn't, the body would have never been found. Okay. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contents at the same time. Exactly, and besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Big and Bob while dancing. That's the only way he gets stuff destroyed. This isn't about what happens on TV, kid. You know about Big and Bob's detective? I'm the only one who isn't familiar with this show. Oh, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too? Hold it. Remind that now. Focus. The point in this, Tangaria was responsible for breaking the lid.
Hold it!
The judging began Mr. Gusto's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda wanted to check his hard candy stuff out first myself. In that case, how about a demonstration? Well, it's you, detective. Are you calling him a dirty dog? It's a wolf. A lone wolf. I like it. I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. Yeah.
Hold it.
You have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place? Not yet. Upsize report's still pending. And yet you still want to ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaro? Yeah. I'm getting the name wrong quite a lot, aren't I? We may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. That's how Tangaro was judging Gusto's room. The perfect alibi if you set it up just right. But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree to with that. Do I? Especially when I've got nothing more to say to you. Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangori is the culprit. But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creation. No way! Still, the treasure is taken smashed in. There's no denying that. Perhaps we should focus more on what led the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bat's theory. Let's try it.
Objection.
Oh wow. Okay. We established that the body was hidden inside the chest. And that Miss Spawn only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tango who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And that occurred only moments before Miss Ballon had entered the room. Then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangorio, who was out judging the contents at the time. Hold it. I never said he did that then there. He could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection.
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. The investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So it doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room beside those of Mr. Tanagora? Yep. On the door. But we found Tangoria's and Frost's prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing right before we started working on our creation. Those prints are probably from then. If you haven't checked any Mrs. Tangoria's works for prints yet, I would know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. Fine. If we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints. 9. Yes, sir. Right away. You take the bad? Finish dusting the chocolate on. We found prints that don't belong to Mr. Ten. Where is, sir? Go on. Whose? Ellen? Valencia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You can go back to the library you were investigating before. Yes, sir. It seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaria. You've had your lawyery input. I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak with Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Valencia Scone, sorry. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. Said that she was ruthless. She'd do anything to win. Scone sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. You think that? Would you mind if we accompany you? Babysitting you is not my job. Aw, come on! But I think I actually did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So you want to tag along? Be my guest. Thank you, detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bat, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The prosecutor's so busy in there. I'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They give it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in for 25 years. Manfred von Karma. A living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced each other in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. Say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. Can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. We'll keep going low. I think we're still in the beginning anyway. Yeah, beginning. And fencing in Spoon's room. Please let there be a ladder. No ladder! Because apparently one of the trophies involves a ladder at this moment, Gregory. Where is the ladder? Oh, a candy castle! Unlike there's even some little elves to go with it. Room's layout pretty much the same as Tangoria. It's not as cold though. That's something. Okay. See, yeah, it looks like a temperature control panel in here too. Over there, where that orange light is, right? We better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delencia Stone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh, just look at you lovely boys. The NCS Stone at your service. Some cheeky brothers back in Frankly even call me Miss Delicious. Oh, lovely boy of 34. Well, expected to say the least. Oh, right, at Gregory. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh yes, dear. You, the detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. In spot. I wonder just how old she is. Just finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, alright. What's the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense? Do you see when a key came out of the castle? Mr. Richard, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle. That's the way to make an entrance. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred von Karma? Sorry, Mannequins. Notorious Prosecutor von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. von Karma. Name's Mr. Gregory Ertzworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrow boy. Even scarier than they say. You might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to stand you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries aren't limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. Thoughts of Luli the detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. God, see to that these worms don't step out of line. I have to. I am not offering you the choice, detective. I had to go look over Gusto's room today. Great. More babysitting. Why are Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You have to wait till I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first when they assigned. One of Von Karma's past was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That's the first question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together, detective. We talked well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney has to have a detective breathe down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're missed, Mr. E. How about thanks, Detective Bad? Don't be so grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? It's an incredible piece of work. Hardly this whole castle is made of sugar and cream. No, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so much into fantastical things. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get so carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. Sometimes I would switch my own son was as animated as you. You have a son, Mr. E? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statutory book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interest will make it hard for him to make friends. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends, including, I'm sure. I like to think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. A big brother, huh? Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. And with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? The door to this castle has been left wide open. Yeah, it's that guy born in the barn. You could have at least closed them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold that, kid. If anybody's going to be handling evidence, it'd be me. Cream's going all around me. So over the detective's shoes. Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright. Tell me what you want me to look at first. Bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rules altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. Oh, no idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. I think I've seen fabric at the same color somewhere else before. 2 big rocks, crystals? Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Kind of expected something a little more sandy behind those doors. Oh, I know! Maybe they're giant uncut gems! Maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside? I think I treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something. I was right! They are gemstones! The stands must be so they can be put on display. Oh, there they are. It seems they're not just a large set of paperweights. These pillars, they have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, wherever they are, they're long gone. Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder. Also covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? Giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom? Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. I think I know. The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah, hexagons to hexagon. That makes perfect sense. If that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? A roll of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone, what are you using the items inside the castle for? Oh, those? Sorry, Lumpkin, but I'm not able to say. Let me guess. Bon Karma? Hey, how did you know? Please don't ask me. I see to tell you. I'll have my guts for gardeners. It seems the prosecutor really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, hope we were onto something with those jam rock crystals, but what's that theory? You're interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed. Use rock crystals and cloth to do that? I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. They're not just any old rock crystal either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Wow, those things are lamps? Oh, that's not even the half of it. Those claws hold an even more exciting secret. She's really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets. Did you hear? Why don't I give you a love, boys, a taste of my relaxation magic? Oh, Bonnie Bumpkin! Can you get it loud and set it up for me? The name is bad. Is that a no? Why are you being so soft-faced, Bonnie Bumpkin? You, have you finished taking photos of this room yet? Yes, sir! Yeah, we have, sir. Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Yes, sir! Right away, sir! Oh, you're a sweet little heart, aren't you, Body Bee? That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got to do exactly what you want. That's I'm telling. Thank you so much, Baddykins. And you always are lovely. She's even giving nicknames to the forensic guidance now. I guess her way of showing that she cares. But what about this is supposed to be relaxing exactly? Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Spotty B. The fun has only just begun. Oh, so lovely. You can switch it on now. Yes, ma'am. Wow, it's beautiful. It is. I wish my son were here to see it. Isn't it, though? Isn't it just wonderful? Wait, I see it, Honor! The 4 adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see? And I thought it would be extra lovely if it were all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing? You see? I see a ladder! I see a step ladder! One of the elves must be feeling a little left out. This is how I was supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it, at least. Wait, shouldn't the lance be lit up too? Oh, what's happening there, I wonder? I think you better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. No, we're doing this now, What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder? It's not a ladder, Detective Bat. It's a step ladder. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You know, if you solve their natures more closely. Mrs. G, I have to remember this for future reference. These must be the first tools Miss Scone used for the builder castle. Buckets full of cream, trowels, a brush. Yeah, pasture or plasterer. Don't you go making jokes about Spanish, you cheeky little devil? I don't just slap stuff on the wall like some little plasterer. I have to spread the cream out lovely and smooth, then work all the rough patches. That's literally exactly what a plasterer does. Oh! So Miss Cone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display. Then why were there stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken? Except there's plenty of other places she could have put them. Last place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? Perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if our intentions were to put these salt lamps in a final display, a contradiction that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my position. Do you actually have the evidence on hand? Yes!
Eureka!
Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-competitive items may not be used as decorations. That means the salt lamp and the luminous cloth would both have been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. The lamp appears to be broken. Bulbs are smashed, both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor? Look! There's a red stain on the one on the left. That's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood, alright. I can smell it. What? Blood? Why is there blood on this lamp? Has something to do with what? Its bulb was broken? We better take a close look at the other one too. My shoes are alright, covered in cream. I've been going closer, unless you want the same thing to happen to you. See what's behind those doors? There's really no need to look again. I think I have an idea. One force trauma on the broken blade lamp. Looks like it's a connection. And it is! We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. We found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smash bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure, it could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy. Did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir! Just done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it. Alright. The murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. Right. Yes, what a gorgeous aside. Really? It's just... did we miss it? What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Oh. We're halfway done for 101. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Is it Mr. Funkara? Double checking something there. Did something happen between you two? But yes, nothing happened at all. Huh? But you just said yes. That was a hello, yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just a sweet little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, yo far here, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment. He's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E. Okay, not to mention that now we can ask her a few questions while we can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's when we started to work. Okay. Well, sorry, well, I spent most of the time in my room getting everything ready as you expected. Okay. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think. Afternoon tea. Oh, it's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and mix some small talk. So kind of like recess? I suppose you could say that. Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Gregory? Piglet, such a clever boy. I thought I'd become Greggy. And where was this afternoon tea served? In the corner, of course. There's a lovely one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today, only me, Samson Silly Pants, and me, Judy, and our Ford. So many people are. Sorry, people had already faced his big creations, so he was there the whole time. The poor little shit things and gutsy pants had to miss out because they haven't finished yet. Bless them. You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present? That's right, dearie. To tell you the truth, I hadn't even finished yet either. I was about to miss out on tea and cake served by our two TV superstars. I remember they were going to finish though. Toot off while the others were still nattering away. And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms? What? No, dearie. No, dear, don't be silly. That's strange. Because your fingers were found in Mr. Nagoria's room. Hey, come right-handed. Wait, so you admit you were there? Oh, well, I can hardly deny, can I? I did kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you believe me, won't you, dear? What exactly were you doing in Mr. Nagoria's room? Well, I suppose you could call it research. Research? So many people had Dab Hat, and when it comes to the old sweet making, everyone knows that. Okay, so when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a sec for a bit of research, like I said. What kind of research leaves fingerprints? Oh, sweet. Okay. Yes, well, it stands to reason I leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hard to research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it? What? You add little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Nagoria's room, that was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want poor sign of you getting upset, so... Sorry, it was just a teeniest bit of bits and pieces. And the stand holding up the ship? You took a bite of that too, I suppose? Oh yes, dear, of course I did. It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down? Hey, I'm so sorry, my lovely. Truly I am. Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were hanging off for a second helping the sweets? Look, just please believe me. I never killed anyone, I promise. Actions were certainly suspicious. That's about all we can say for now. Okay, no reason for that then. The thick, sweet scent of delicious whipped cream is in the air. It's like a fairy tale, but in real life. Yet, there he was, standing in the middle of it all, with that evil look on his face. The whole experience was wasted on the scary old creep. Come now, Eddie, you can't call people names like that. It's rude. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll try to be more careful. It's just, he reminds me of this teacher I once had who was always super angry with me. Stern school teacher, huh? Now that he mentions it, this Garment does have the look of one. And I shudder to think what it would be like for Miles to study under him. It's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. Because it's all for cooking. I wonder what these chemicals are. Let's take a look at the labels. I'm Gandalf 911? I'm a Sentinel 247? Wait, they're all poisons? No, sir. They're common colorings and flavorings used in candles in desserts. In candies in dessert. First is concentrated mango, boiled down into its purest essence, hence mango down. They're asking for trouble with a name like that. And now I'm curious as to what I'm going to be. Alright, let's apply the power of logic. Oh. I know I'm playing safe here. Let's try these two at least. Alright, let's cut the points back and try something else. It's a cute little elf made of candy. And it's sitting on a lovely little tree stump. It's the fabric above it and the other decorations around it really add to the charm, really add to the dreamlike atmosphere. Throughout too long, we might get swept up in the fantasy ourselves. Well, our job is to stay right here in reality and get to the bottom of all this. Nobody's getting swept up in any flight of fantasy on my watch. To go all the way round. This elf doesn't have a cloth over it like the others. Not firmly the poor guy out of this, Miss Scone. Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my clothes and one of my little machines went missing. Vulcan, what sort of machine exactly? Oh, you'll never guess how it works. Those little clothes are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light in the main cable onto each optic fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light into any color in the whole wide world. Bright red for ferocious, fiery flames, and blue like blinking color crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me. So these machines, they would make the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E. I see. So much new technology. I can barely keep up. With these light emitting devices. Lost one of them on the piece of aluminum cloth. That's right, Lumpkins. Heavens only knows where they could have got. I can tell you, they could have got them. This cloth. It has something to do with the case. Oh, what, that's done. Them can't do. Oh, right. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. If you turn around, you'll eat it. Can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle. I guess he's watching his sugar intake. There's a small door in the wall here, just like Mr. Tangora's room. Here, I'll open it. Temperature 68 degrees? Light set to green? Didn't Gutsu say green needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. That is odd. I wonder why. Nah, let's apply the power of logic. Got it. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. I messed up shoes confess for that. Yet... when you opened the door to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made out of confectionaries. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say these handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles, the whole castle. The little owls. They're all just plastic mouths with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of these confectionaries aren't at all? No, it's simply made to look like candy. With the cream having been added to lend an air of authenticity. We shall see if, because I think I may get this wrong. It's one of the two. We got on this one. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Sko made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all that? Sorry. That's a good question. I think you better go ask Miss Scone herself. Go ask Miss Scone. Okay. Why does it still say I can summons? Ah! The doors look nicely decorated now thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. Cloth which we found inside the castle. The welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. That's just common sense for us detectives. There's a man who just traveled all over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hit the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I gotta be careful about these things. You ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I like to know. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. But most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be capped at 50 degrees, or else, or it starts to deflate. Is that so, dearie? Well, say me, eh? I've only gone made a whipsy. Wait, she really didn't know that? World's class competitor is my foot. Not only does she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of the basic facts about her supposed craft. This girl grows more mysterious by the minute. We only have too many logics here. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how Confederate is created. And she says that she snuck into other entries' rooms for research purposes. Part of the actions of a world-class competitor competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how I picture top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or she's not actually a competitor at all? Perhaps she has another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her work for that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. He is hiding something. Not much I'm certain though. Hey, we're done. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Huh. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he researched this room. Yet, he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad? I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. M and Scone. Eh? Why could you body bunkin? I'm starting to be like that. It appears that the Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be kind to accompany us? Oh, of course, dear. Where are we off to? Bye, Mr. Von Karma. December 24th, 8:05 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. Mr. Von Karma? We'd like to speak with you if that's alright. Judging by your fists, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon. You did? It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Miss Tangoria should no longer be the only person of interest. Ha! Nonsense. Doesn't matter where the weapons found are. Tangoria is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. You be so sure, Mr. Tangoria's guilt. Have an explanation, I assume? For why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Of course I do. And I'll be delighted to share it with you. Oh, we are just straight up. Their weapon. And Goria killed Foss with one of Miss Scone's lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Angoria would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon? Considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangoria took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room? It is indeed. Alright. But it's its own. I'm sorry, but it is more than an assertion. It is a fact based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? Right. I don't need any such thing. What? If you have a rebuttal, I'd be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic. We're still at the beginning, by the way. Back from Recomer's assertion.
Hold it.
So he took one of the salt lamps from Miss Scone's room back to his own? Indeed. He prepared it beforehand, knowing that it would be the perfect weapon with which to kill Frost. But we found the lamp in Miss Scone's room. Surely this casts Miss Scone herself in a suspicious light. Perhaps if you would let me finish, as I would say.
Hold it.
You're talking about the lamp made of rock salt that was hidden inside the Kennedy's castle, correct? Precisely. I was the one who found it. So be grateful. It's nice to me you even have such a vital piece of evidence. What made you go inside the castle in the first place? If you don't mind me asking. Good point. Maybe he just wanted to see what it was like in there. Fools! You think I went in there on a whim? I went there because detectives are an incompetent lot, so I investigated it myself. But I had nothing to do with the initial investigation. That's right. Detective Bob wasn't a part of this investigation until very recently. Well, my trust, detective. You'll have to earn it. And a good first step would be to stop wasting my time. Now, if you let me to continue.
Hold it.
But he came under suspicion anyway due to the body being in his room. So, would you like to hear a favorite expression of mine? Even a dog can hold and still and stay. And let me finish. Only I can say the same to you.
Hold it.
Hey. So you think he hit the body in the chest but removed the murder weapon from the crime scene? Yes, he foolishly believed his own creation to be the perfect hiding place. I'm sorry. I had to hit myself. I think you mean you couldn't help yourself, no? He doesn't seem very sorry to me. In that case, the weapon was taken away while I remained at the scene of the crime.
Hold it.
But if there's no proof, how can you say for certain that Mr. Tango is the culprit? Is that the best you can do at pressing me? Listen here. The presence of the body in Tangoria's room is in itself proof enough for this gun.
Objection.
And you didn't find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects? Perhaps you should take another look. You might... You really don't give up, do you? There's no need to take another look. Tangoria is guilty, end of story. Insist on asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claims. I have to think back over the scene of the crime. If Mr. Tangoria really isn't guilty, then there must be something that points to somebody else. Mr. Mo's karma on any of his statements won't have much of an effect, I fear. My only hope is to find a piece of evidence that contradicts his claim. Let's try something.
Objection.
Huh. Got it. It's true that the murder weapon and the bloodstained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. There's something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take a look at the photograph of the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Isn't that one of the same luminous cloth we found in Miss Scone's room? What's that theory? One of my lovely, colorful cloths at the scene of the crime, you saying? Luminous cloth? Nonsense! I see no light to speak of. I guess he doesn't know how it works. It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and the difference soon becomes apparent. That's actually new. That's a new sprite. Obviously, because it's as the Ezra 2, yeah, that makes sense. He has a new one. Look at his face. I thought he was suspecting none. The fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. You have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma? I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as the person of interest. The hell? Gregory Pengling, how could you? You're accusing me of all people? I'm not accusing you of anything just yet. I do think you're hiding something. That's not... Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Exactly. It's something funny. Only that you've walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you. What does he mean? Kangaroo smiled then before the contest began, and noted that the lamp and cloth contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them, and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then after the contest began, nobody saw the hide nor hair of Froth, as he secluded himself into his room, and the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangoria, possessing as he did the only key. Anajin, I know. He was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see, I have everything I need to get Tangoria convicted all along. Well, how's it feel? She have lost to me before even set a foot in the courtroom. Urk, this can't be happening. Wait, all our hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell yourself was confiscated by Mr. Tangoria? Well, dearie. Mannequin said if I spilled the beans, I end up being the one under suspicion. Mr. Karma said that? And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You accused me yourselves just a second ago. Perhaps pathetic. Pursue Von Karma. Let us to the murder weapon make certain assumptions as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are two, and only two, set of fingerprints on the murder weapon. Two? Yes. Those are Delicia Scone and Samson Tangoria. No others were found. Tangoria used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost. I was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
Wait. What about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangoria's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body. Ark. I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections. And get out of my sight! I'm close the door behind you. Mr. E! I'm not about to just give up. I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad, escort them out the premise. 9. Hold it. This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bad? What is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There still will not spring from the crime scene we haven't identified. That's right. I still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. Whatever they might be, they are no business of the defense.
Objection!
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What? This is yet unidentified something that slept in Mr. Tangy's room.
Take that!
Okay, whoops. My mistake, Claire.
Objection!
Ah!
Take that!
There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaro's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer. It could certainly explain how the prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Because I let them look around. You let the defense examine the scene, Bud? Are you out of your mind? I don't remember you telling me not to. It's a worm. You do well to remember this, then, Detective. Take the results of your next salary review is up to. Sorry, that the result of your next salary review is up to me. Oof. Detective Baz in trouble now too. I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as you remember that the result of your salary review is up to your performance on this case. Mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on the investigation. I'm almost impressed. It's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangoria. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection!
Can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there are still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up. Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat? I feel like we're gonna have to do something here. Alright. Oh, stop it, Greggy. Stop it. Why are you being so mean to your poor old Alicia? I go up to nibbling poor Sammy those sweeties. That's right, I don't up to the nibbling poor Sammy people sweeties. What more do you want? I don't want to have to make you a suspect, that much is certain. You lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything. Greggy, stop it! Stop bullying me! I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional here doesn't know something as fundamental as that? I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly little headed girl. What more do you want me to say? I don't think you're headed at all. I think that you were never a competitor in the first place. Enough! I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in a courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse the witness of perjury, then I demand that you present something to back it up. This isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, if I had Miss Scone doesn't know everything about the certs.
Take that!
Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest. The offending items, the cloth and the lamps, were duly confiscated, as we have established, and the witness did not go and bring them back to her herself.
Objection!
But those were the only rule-breaking items in her room. What? The entire fantastical world Miss Scone created, every last bit of it, is all just a collection of plastic models slandered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confetti in the room. No real world title contender would ever stoop so low. Is that true, bud? Yep. Saw with my own eyes. Stepped into my own shoes. Did we finally convince him? Why is it supposed like this? Surely he can't continue to deny the fact. Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects. But, no dear, I'm no killer. Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really? And why are you tampering with your rival's work? Alright. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it. A pharmacist? I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one? Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. It's Sammy P... Oh, sweets are the best. Or so they say. I just had the answer. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final. And Mr. Von Karma is lost for words. That's it? That's the only reason you're here? Yes, dearie. And it was worth it. Some sincerely, Pants Sweeties are the tastiest treats I've ever did eat. And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves? No. That wasn't me, dearie. I didn't even wear gloves. Remember, Mr. Goon's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tanger's other creations. I say that points to her not having worn any gloves. Secondly, Dumpkins, Gregory Peg legs got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman. Objection. Is your head filled with cream too? Sorry, mannequins. Head may not be filled with cream. She's certainly no master of subterfuge. Forget it. Miss Scone, were Miss Tangoria's work the only ones you sampled? No, dearie. I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to the Chili Wings room for a little taste too. You were in the fitness room too? Yes, dearie. Nobody was in there, you see. Quite puzzled because the occupants were already dead. But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself with one of the sea starship bits off to the side to cleanse my plate. Sorry, the plate. You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Stone? Indeed. What didn't she sample? That's everything, I promise. Reggie, Peggy's, mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things. As long as that's what you told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end. Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after I'm through. So, Von Karma, please let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that you be allowed to investigate the veracity to our conclusion. Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. I'd like to accompany you all the same. December 24th, 9 p.m. Test venue process room. What in the? What is the meaning of this? When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It's all gone. The whole enchilada. Was this the work of the culprit? Dead body hidden in a chocolate chest. A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was real peach. And it was going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all. Oh, okay, that's fine. We're at the middle now, so I'm gonna wrap up for now. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Okay, look. So I think we're back in the present. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Hope it's good this week. We'll be back on this maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, get a good run with this. I'll see you next time. Bye.